morning everyone. It's been a while since I've been here on YouTube. Those of you who know me will know why I've been poorly. But the good news is that last Tuesday, a week ago today, I got the 6 months all clear from the PET scan for my now non-existent lymphoma, so I am cancer free still, which is good. They managed to kill it, so that's all good news. This last weekend I had my second ceramics fair of the year at Potfest in the park, which was fantastic. Really nice to get back to normal life. And what I do is I make a lot of mugs or cups, these cups, to sell, and I sold out on by the Saturday dinner time. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday show, and I've sold out by the Saturday dinner time, which is good. So I'm just making a new batch now. These are 500 gram. Nice sort of big bellied cups. They sit nice in your hand, and then all I do is I just put my thumb and finger there, compress the rim, and it just gives a little lip here for when you're drinking. If it just went straight in, it does two things. One, it doesn't feel right on your lip when you're drinking, and secondly, when I come to glaze them, when I pour the inner glaze out, it dribbles around the outside. If you've got this little rim here, this little sort of rim here I should say, not rim, little rim here, when you pour the glaze out from the inside, it tends to not run down the outside, because I have two different glazes on these, a dark one on the inside and a light one on the outside. I don't like to get a run on it. Once you've got a run on it, it stains it and you can't get it out. So there's two things for this little top, just the tiniest lip there. One, it's nicer tactically on your mouth when you drink, and function wise, as far as glazing is concerned, it helps with glazing. So these things you have to think about when you're designing and making pots. Let's do another one. I'll try and do about 40 per show. I didn't take enough this year. I didn't have enough time to fire some, so I took about 2 dozen, and they didn't last, which is good, but I'll make sure I make plenty this time, get them fired. The annoying thing was that I gave the space for the extra cups over to some large lidded forms, and all 3 of them in the top of the kiln bloated, so they were scrap. So I'd not been keen to get some big pots done, which, to be honest, it shows they don't always sell big pots. Smaller pots under £30 tend to go well for those of you who do shows. Sort of your bread and butter. Excuse my voice croaking, talking all weekend. That's the sort of the bread and butter pots that pay for the stall and pay for everything. And the large pots are sort of the icing on the cake. If someone comes along and fancies a big pot, I'll buy one. I sold one really large one to someone who had the space, because not everyone's got the space now. Everyone's sort of downsizing their houses, and the new houses they're building are a lot smaller than the old houses, because they can squeeze more into the development. So these things you have to think about when you're making pots. It's nice to make nice big pots, but there aren't that many people that want to buy them. They like smaller pieces that they can handle and have room for. So anyway, I'll do you one more before I bore you to death. Nice to be back on the wheel. What I do is I I wedge this clay and then I weight and ball it up. And then even on the wheel now, twice I put it up into a big cone. Then if you just lean your palm on it, it goes back down. You can centre with one hand. And that helps it centre. This one here feels slightly lighter. I think I usually weigh 500 grams, but I didn't have my glasses on when I was weighing these out, so this could be anything to be honest. Cylinder, for those of you that like to learn how to throw. But the cylinder isn't flat bottomed, it's curved bottomed, because if you put a flat bottom in, if you want a curved space in shape inside, it's hard to get rid of that little sort of corner shape in the bottom, so inside it's just gently curved up. Throw the cylinder up, try and get some height. Finger underneath, so you leave a lump of clay here and then you pull that up into the body. One more, do it, and then I stretch it out from the inside. See what I mean by not having the lip on it? I think aesthetically it doesn't look as good either. But what happens is when I do the rim, when I compress the rim at the end, it automatically puts a little lip on it, if you see. I'm using my fingers here to do it as I compress it. Get the water out. I'm trying to throw with more water. I used to dry throw a lot because I used clay that was very sort of coarse and open, and it would wash away the particles with the coarse. But this is a smoother clay, so I can afford to use more water. And I'm finding it a lot easier to throw because it doesn't drag. You know what I mean? Right. Another 40 of those to make. Well, how many have I got? 10. Another 30 of those to make this morning. And we'll be set for the next show. Bye bye.